Someone, please confirm whether you guys are able to see my screen and able to hear my voice clearly without any disturbance.
Yes,
Yes,
Ravi.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Audio, video clear.
Clear, right? Great. So, anyone joined new today for the first time, or everyone? Thank you so much for huge response, guys. 12 members, who joined already, who registered. So, thank you so much for your support. So, let's begin our automation journey, okay, from tomorrow. So, yesterday we discussed about what is software testing, what is manual testing, what is automation testing, what is requirement, who is going to be our client, why testing is important. All these topics we discussed yesterday, right? Just to continue with that, today we are going to talk about mainly automation testing. Yesterday we have seen what is manual testing, what is automation testing, what exactly we can automate, all these things. Today we'll see why automation testing, when we are going to choose automation testing, where Java is going to come into the picture when it comes to test automation, how Java is going to help Selenium to automate these testing activities. All those things, today we are going to talk about. Okay, guys, let's begin from where we left. Yesterday we discussed about what is automation testing, all these things, right? Today we'll start from here. Why automation testing? Generally, when we are going to use automation testing, why can't we go with manual testing only? Because a lot of human resources are available, and then they are having a lot of skills, and then they will be able to verify better than machines in terms of identifying the corner case scenarios and the other stuff. But why? When we are going to use this automation testing? Let's see with simple example. You guys are using so many mobile applications in your mobile, right? Different applications, everyone. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Everything, like every day we are going to download so many applications from Play Store, and then we are using those applications, games and all, right? At least weekly once, most of the applications you will be able to see updates, right? Your application is having a new version of the application is available, please download and install. Have you seen these messages in your mobile?
yes.
Okay.
What does it mean? Update, new version, right? With a few more additional features, right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. What is this, Bharat? I know why you are talking about applications to explain about automation testing. There is a relation, okay? That's why I'm talking about this. Generally, when most of the people are going to think about automation, during the regular testing activities, most of the people going to start their testing activities with manual testing only for the first time when they are going to develop the application. So they are going to share it with some human resources, and then they are going to verify this application. Once application is ready, once application is delivered to the client, once every customer is going to start using this particular application, let's take simple mobile application. Once customers are going to start using this particular application, based on the customer request, sometimes based on other competitor applications in the market, always we have to improve our application and application features. What do you say, guys? What will happen if we are not going to add additional features and new features? Simply we are going to keep the application as it is for years and years. What will happen, guys? Most of the
People,
customers are going to use our competitor application instead of our application. What do you say?
yes,
Definitely, right? That's the reason generally our clients are going to request us to add additional features. If you see recently, earlier days, whenever we want to use, internet banking, we are going to use internet banking application in web browser. Later, now we are using mobile. Whenever we want to log in into mobile, we used to enter our internet banking username and password. Later, that is completely removed, and we are going to use simple 4-digit number or 6-digit number to log in. Later, now, recently, what has happened? Is it really required to enter this 4-digit pin or 6-digit pin? What is happening now with mobile applications? Simply, we are going to have this fingerprint sensor, right? With the
yes,
help of single fingerprint sensor, directly we are able to log in. Meaning, continuously we are updating the application. That doesn't mean like we are entirely not changing the application. Instead, some of the features continuously we are updating. We are not changing entire application. We are adding some of the features within the application, one or two features based on the client request, based on the customer feedback. We are always modifying the application little bit, not entire application. And we are giving multiple updates to this particular application. So whenever we are going to add small features within the application, just to make sure, once after adding this new feature within the application, we don't know, right? There is no guarantee that immediately after adding fingerprint feature within the mobile application, is there any guarantee that mobile application is going to work properly if you are not going to test this application? Is there any guarantee, guys?
no,
No guarantee at all. During the development of fingerprint sensor feature, developer is going to write some wrong code, maybe. Because of that, entire application may not work sometimes. Most of the times will happen. Because whenever we are going to add new feature, for you it's a new feature only. When it comes to developer, they are going to rewrite the code, rewrite the existing code that include the previous code as well as the latest feature related code. While writing the code, they may miss some lines or they may miss some features. That's the reason what we are going to do every time, even though it's a small change within the application, but we are going to verify entire application. We are going to verify a login process. We are going to verify all the account overview related details, the statement related feature, credit card, debit card, all other feature we are going to verify, even though the feature that we have added is single simple fingerprint sensor. We don't know, just because of adding this particular new feature, how exactly our application is going to behave. If application is not properly working, let's take an example of ICICI Bank. If ICICI Bank application is not working, what will happen? For maybe one day, if it is not working, what will happen, guys? It's very difficult, right? So many transactions and so many people are going to affect because of this. That's the reason no one is going to take the chance. Even a small change, we have to verify entire application. Each and every feature that is already existing within the application, we are going to verify each and everything every time. This is where people are going to think about automation, because except this fingerprint feature, all other features like login related stuff, and then home page, then account statements page, everything are same. Only this small feature is added. Even though small feature is added, if I'm going to use human resources to complete this testing process, it is going to take a lot of time. If one resource is going to verify each and every small thing that we already completed in previous days, again it is going to take 3 4 days, maybe even more than that. That's the reason generally people are going to think about automation, because it's not only about today only fingerprint sensor we are going to add. It's not like that, right? Maybe next week one more feature we are going to add. After 1 month, two more features we are going to add based on the customer request. Every time if you want to verify entire application with human resources, it will be very very difficult, and it is going to take a lot of time. That is going to affect delivery timelines, that is going to affect the cost, and all other things are related to that, correct? The whole testing process that we are going to perform every time, this is what we are going to call it as regression testing. You would have heard about this term, right? Regression testing, everyone, at least somewhere in YouTube or something. Regression testing meaning regressively we are going to test the application every time whenever small change happen within the application. This part only mainly we are going to automate by using any word, any of the automation softwares. What's the advantage we are going to get if you are going to automate these regression test cases? Whenever there is any new feature added, now happily we can concentrate on new feature only. All the existing features anyway, same test data we are going to use, same expected result, same actual result. So now automation software is going to take care of all those validations. Now happily we can concentrate on the latest feature related validations. This is how generally most of the companies are going to start automation. Understood, everyone? Where people are going to start automation?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a question.
Yep,
Means like every time we will be checking, testing, sign up and logging.
correct.
So we will be keeping it, means we will automate it. Is it, sir?
Definitely, it's not only about log in, log out. What are all the things that you are going to do every time? Every time, whenever small change happen, what are all the test cases you are going to execute again and again? What are all the features that you are going to verify again and again? All those things needs to be automated. Otherwise, you have to spend lot of time, effort, money, everything on that, right? It's unnecessary.
Ah, yes,
That's
sir.
the reason we are going to generally follow automation. Got it?
Actually, yes, sir, got it. I'm manual tester, so daily I have to test the same thing.
Exactly, exactly.
It's
That is where
very
people are going to
boring.
use automation. Yes, it's not only about boring. I'll tell you why automation testing. Let's say Vishal is going to start, testing activities today for one of the application. Vishal is, for the first time, he's trying to automate, he's trying to test one of the application with full interest and, that enthusiasm, he's going to start testing and he's going to verify so many things. He's going to perform so many validations because for the first time he's like, having like, a lot of interest, since long to perform the software testing. That's the reason he's validating so many things and he identified so many defects. Everything is happened. After a few days, again, I'm going to give same application to Vishal. Vishal, can you test this application one more time? Then
He will be feeling bored
he
and
will be,
tired.
yeah, no, it's not immediately. Okay. For second time itself. Second time, okay, last time I have verified so many things anyway, already developer fix. So, okay. Again, he's going to verify multiple things and then, again, he's going to tell like, his manager, yeah, I'm done with the testing like that. Again, after 1 week, third time, if I'm going to give same application to Vishal, Vishal, small change happened. Can you test this application? What is going to be the situation? Vishal is going to already have tested, multiple times this application. There is no issue at all. At least we are going to get that feel or not. What do you say?
He may not say it, but
Uh,
feeling will be there.
Yeah,
Definitely, like,
I
we
will
are going to
actually
do that. Most
I
of
will
the
think
people.
and I will take the medicine also.
But the thing is, we don't know that. We don't know that exactly third time only. You know the story, right? Shepherd boy story. Shepherd boy. Like always, he's going to say, tiger is coming, tiger is coming.
Yes.
One
But
day,
no one is going to believe. But one day, really, tiger will come and tiger is going to eat this guy. So exactly that is what is going to happen. What will happen with human resources is it's very difficult to perform same level of testing every time. Day one, whatever the testing that you are going to perform any one of the application, if I'm going to ask you to perform the testing in a same fashion, it is definitely not possible for any human resource. But when it comes to automation software, today, if I'm going to code by using Java and Selenium about so and so scenarios, even after 10 years also, Selenium is going to execute the test case in a same fashion with same number of validations. Do you agree with that or not?
Yes.
Definitely, right? So we can believe at least computers and these programming languages. It's not like, we are not going to believe human resources. It's because of there are so many things when it comes to human, right? That is where mainly people are going to think about automation during regression process, so that we can reduce lot of effort, because anyway we are going to verify same features multiple times again and again, so that it's better to go with automation for those features. All the latest features for the first time that we are verifying manually, we can verify. This is the general process followed by any organization even today. Got it?
Got
Whoever
it.
is already
Means,
working in a manual testing, you can confirm if there is any change. Same thing you are doing, right?
yes, sir, same thing.
Yeah.
Sir, means I watched YouTube video interview. So there they ask, how will you decide which test cases to automate? So just now you told it. But
Yes, exactly.
if they ask, give some examples, so then
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
can you?
I'll definitely talk about that. Okay, don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, because we are going to do good amount of projects and other stuff. Okay, don't worry. You will get to know everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, what is Java? Because we are going to use Java programming language for our automation process, right? So let's try to understand what is Java. Why Java programming language, and how exactly Java programming language is going to help us in terms of automation. Most of you guys already know about Java, and most of the people are already having lot of fear about this Java programming language, right? So many lines of code we have to write, and so many things we have to remember, all those things. Let's see. Is it really true? Is it so difficult? Maybe after this session, you can tell me, okay? Let's try to understand what is Java first. Basically, Java is a class-based, object-oriented programming language that generally we are going to use as a back-end programming language to develop any of the applications. And nowadays, people are using this language in multiple ways. Even software testing team, we are using same programming language for test automation also. If you want to understand Java and if you want to write the programs properly, you have to understand this definition first. If you understood this definition, then all the programs that we are going to write in future, it will be very, very easy. Trust me. Only thing that you have to do is you have to understand the whole concept of what is the meaning of class-based object-oriented programming language here. Okay. Let's try to understand this definition first. Uh, my screen is visible, right, everyone?
yes,
Okay. Let's see what is what. Java is a class based object oriented programming language. Okay. Let's start from here. Within the definition, we are going to divide into multiple parts this definition, and we'll try to understand each and every word. Okay. First, Java is a programming language. What is the meaning of programming language? Yesterday, we already discussed about this, right? What is the meaning of programming language? the language that we are going to use to communicate with our computer. Yesterday I told you the example of how to communicate with Vishal. Vishal told me that he can understand Hindi, he can understand English. So anyone who want to communicate with Vishal, they should speak in which language? Either Hindi or English. Then only Vishal is going to respond. Same thing, if you want to communicate with Bharat, Bharat can understand Telugu, Tamil, English, little bit of Toda Toda Hindi. So if you want to communicate, these are the languages you have to use. Same way, now when we are going to talk about automation meaning basically whatever the work that you have to complete that can be completed by your computer. So if you want to get some help from your computer, do you need to talk to your computer or not? Definitely we
Yes.
need to communicate with our computer, right? Then definitely we need to have some communication medium. Just like Hindi, Telugu, English languages, there should be some language, right? To communicate with our computer. What do you say, guys?
Yes.
That is what the language we are going to call it as
Programming language.
programming language. Simple. There is no much, definitions you need to follow from YouTube or any website. Okay, simple. Programming language meaning the language that we are going to use to communicate with our computer. Here, computer meaning not only computer, your mobile or your computer or any other device, digital device, basically. Okay. Now, Java is a class-based programming language. What does it mean, class-based programming language? Let's try to understand here. Everyone know VLC media player, correct? Don't tell me that I don't know VLC media player. Whenever you are going to purchase the laptop, the first software that we are going to install is this one only, right? What do you say, guys?
Yes, VLC media.
What exactly the purpose of VLC media player?
For seeing the
To
video
play
clips,
movies,
the movies. Yeah.
songs and all, right?
Yeah.
Audio, video, songs, movies and all. Generally, whenever we are going to, in our college days, we are going to ask our parents, I need laptop for project work, and then this is the first project work we are going to do. Installing VLC and copy all the media files, everything. At least I did. So now the point is, we are going to use this VLC media player to play all the movie files with the format of MP4, MP3, WMV, all these formats, right? Is it possible to open MS Word document in VLC media player? Is it possible, guys?
Not possible.
Document, any document or Excel sheet, is it possible to open in VLC media player?
No.
Why?
Basically, in the VLC media player, particularly used for the audio clips and video clips, right? We
That's it,
can't.
right? While installing itself, they are going to clearly mention, right? What are all the formats it is going to support?
Yeah.
They'll clearly mention this is going to support only MP4, only MP3, only WMV formats it is going to support. Other than this, it is not at all going to support any other formats. They'll clearly mention. Now, same thing. Whenever I'm going to take Word documents or MS Word, basically MS Office, basically. This is also one of the software that we used to install in our computer, right? Is it possible to play movie by using MS Office like a .mp4 file? Is it possible?
No.
Again, no, right? Because MS Office is designed to open the files in a format .doc, .docx, .xls, Excel document, all those things, right? PPT, all those things. Definitely, it is not possible to play the movies by using MS Office. My whole point here is each and every software that we are going to install in our computer is going to accept only specific formats. Other than those formats, if you are going to use any other format, what will happen? Immediately you are going to get error, unsupported format. Have you ever seen this error? So many times, right? Guys, whenever we are going to open wrong file in a software, definitely it is going to tell us like, unsupported format. Now coming back to Java. Java also one of the software. It is also one of the software like a VLC media player, MS Office. Okay. Whenever you want to work with Java, first you have to go to Java official website and you have to download Java programming language basically as a software. And you have to install this particular software. Now, whole point here is which format Java is going to support here. When it comes to VLC media player, it is supporting MP4 format. When it comes to MS Office, it is supporting .doc, .docx formats. Like this, each and every software is supporting some formats, right? Now, when it comes to Java, which format it is going to support? Or which format it is going to play? Or which format we can open by using Java? Is the question.
That Java file.
.java file. Very similar to .mp4. There are files called .java files. Basically, the file with the format as .java. Anytime if you want to play any file by using Java, then the file should be having format of .java. Got it?
Yes.
This .java file, we are going to call it as Java class file. What is this Java class file, sir? Why we need to create .java? Basically, this .java file is a template. Java class file is kind of a template that we are going to use to write the programs. Why we need template here, Bharat? I'm unable to understand clearly here. Simple, whenever you are going to transfer money from the bank account without using internet banking directly, if you are going to bank and then you are going to fill up the form, right? Like, what are all the details you are going to fill up, guys, generally? From account to account, all those details you are going to fill up in the template, correct? I mean, sorry, that receipt. They are going to have, clear details about account number and then date and then, to account, a signature, and then, the denomination, all those details you are going to see in the paper, and you are going to fill up the details and you are going to share it with the banking officer so that the banking transaction is going to complete. Let's say there is no template available, there is no such paper available, and they are giving white paper to you guys and they will ask you to fill up the details. What will happen? Is it possible to fill up the details properly?
No.
No, right? If there is a template, you can simply follow the instructions and you can fill up. If there are no instructions at all, it is very difficult to follow that. That's the reason people are going to use templates everywhere. Whenever you want to fill up the banking details, there is a template. Whenever you are going to enter the college, if you want to fill up your information, there will be a template. Everywhere there will be a template and you are going to fill up easily. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for us. Same way, when it comes to Java programming language, let's say now Bharat knows Java programming language, but how to communicate this Java programming language with my computer? Just in front of my computer, if I'm going to sit and then if I'm going to talk to my computer about, hey computer, can you take this instruction, that instruction? Will my computer is going to accept that? No, right? I have to create one file. That file should be able to understand by Java programming language. Within that particular file only, I have to write all the instructions. Hey computer, click on this particular button. Hey computer, open this particular browser. Hey computer, launch this particular application. All those instructions I have to write in particular file with specific format. Then only Java is going to accept that particular format. Otherwise, it won't accept that particular format. Got it? That particular format only .java. This .java file, we are going to call it as Java class file, and it is going to work like a template. How exactly we are going to use this template to fill up the details, to transfer the money. Same way, if I want to give some instructions to my computer by using Java programming language, what I'm going to do? First, I'm going to create .java file. Now I'm going to write like launch Google website, and then click on Gmail, then enter username, password. Like this, each and every instruction that I want to communicate with my computer, I'm going to write it in a file. It's very similar to notepad file, guys. Nothing special here. Okay, only the thing is, when it comes to notepad file, the file format is .txt, but when it comes to Java file, the format is what?
Dot Java.
.java. Simple. This .java file only, we are going to call it as Java class file. Why, Bharat, you are telling these many stories? Just to explain the definition. Hence proved, right? Basically. Why Java is called as a class-based programming language, everyone? Why Java is called as a class-based programming language? Each and every small instruction that we are going to communicate with our computer by using Java programming language, you have to create .java file, and you have to write all the instructions within that Java class file. That's the reason Java is called as a class-based programming language. Got it? Every language is going to have certain rules and regulations, right? Let's say English language. English language is having certain rules and regulations or not? Grammar, pronunciation, vocabulary, what else? So many things, right? Even I don't know. So many things. My kid, know better than me. Very similar to any language, rules and regulations. Java also having certain rules and regulations. When it comes to English, only 26 letters will be there, 26 uppercase and 26 lowercase to use. Similarly, when it comes to Java, set of keywords will be there. And set of rules. You have to always start with this particular keyword only. You have to end with semicolon. Like this, there are certain rules and regulations will be there. Certain guidelines will be there, and we have to simply follow all those rules and regulations, and we have to write all the instructions in this file so that Java is able to provide all these instructions to your computer, and your computer is going to work according to your interest, basically. Next, last one. Java is called as a, everyone please be on mute, please. Last one. Java is called as a object-oriented programming language. What is the meaning of object-oriented? What is the meaning of object, guys? General object. I'm not talking about programming related definitions, okay? Generally, what is the meaning of object? Something we can feel and touch, right? That is what, right?
Yeah.
Something that we can feel, we can see, we can touch, something that is having some behavior, some nature. That is what we are going to call it as object, generally, correct? Let's take an example of laptop. Laptop is an object. Generally, any object is going to have certain behavior and certain features, basically. Let's say if I'll ask you about, explain about your laptop. How exactly you are going to explain about your laptop? My laptop color is silver color. My laptop RAM is 64 GB RAM. My laptop company is, Apple. Like this, you are going to explain about different features, correct? Generally, that's all right, everyone. Basically, features are nothing but here different components that were included within this particular laptop. Even though you are calling it as a laptop, it's a combination of many small devices, right? Within the laptop, there will be a keyboard, monitor, processor. What else will be there? RAM, memory, so many things. They are going to fit together, and simply we are calling it as a laptop in one single word. Even though we are calling it as a laptop, it is going to be a combination of so many small components. And each and every component is going to have certain behavior, certain information, right? That is what we are going to call it as object, basically. Similarly, when it comes to Java programming language, whenever you are going to write multiple instructions, generally instructions meaning data plus action. Together we are going to call it as instruction here. Let's take an example of this instruction. Launch Google website. Launch Google website meaning Google is a data. Meaning which website you want to launch by using Java and Selenium. I want to launch Google website, right? So now Google is a data launching the Google website, and you are doing some work by using this particular information. This is what? Action. So data plus action together, we are going to call it as instruction. All the instructions that we are going to write within the Java class file, it is going to store like an object. Object meaning it is going to store all these instructions together in one single product kind of thing, just similar to laptop. And later point of time, whenever we want to get some information, how exactly we are going to explain about laptop, right? My laptop color is black. My laptop RAM is 64 GB. Always you are taking reference of laptop to explain about the features, right? Similarly, when it comes to Java, if I want to get the information from this particular Java file, always I'm going to explain about. So this class file name, I'm going to give it as test file. Then whenever I want to get some information from this particular file, test file dot website is Google, test file email is Gmail, something like this. We are going to grab the data during the execution process. That's the reason we are going to call it as Java as a objective oriented programming language. Each and every small piece of information that we are going to write within the Java class file will be stored like a object, one single object. And whenever it's required, it is going to give you the information from this particular object during the execution process. When Selenium is going to ask you which website I have to launch within this browser, then this Java is going to explain to Selenium like you have to launch Google. Okay, I have launched Google. Next, where I have to click? You have to click on Gmail button. That is what the information you are going to get it from this Java object basically. Then after clicking on the Gmail, what next I have to do? Then it is going to tell you like you have to enter the username. Which username? Again, Java is going to give the information about that particular username to Selenium. This is how the whole process will work. It is going to store like an object, and it is going to give the information whenever it's required from this particular object. That is why Java is called as a object oriented programming language. Together, Java is a class based object oriented programming language. Simple definition. So from now onwards, whenever you are going to write a first program in Java, what is the first thing that we have to do? First, we have to create .java file. Then you have to write all the instructions so that Java is going to communicate each and every instructions to your computer by storing it like a Java object. Got it, guys? Everyone? Why Java is called as a class-based object-oriented programming language, everyone? Clear or not?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Now, how Java works? Okay, Bharat, you are telling so many stories about Java, object-oriented, class-based, template, all those things. How internally Java is going to work in a simple word? What are all the different components Java is going to have? Let's say I'm having computer right away with me. Now I want to write a Java program and I want to do some automation. So what exactly I need to do within my laptop, and what are all the things I have to install, and how Java is going to work and communicate all these instructions to my computer? How internal mechanism of Java is going to work? Let's see in detail with simple examples. Generally, whenever you are going to see Java programming language, mainly Java is going to have three important components. One is JDK, second one is JVM, third one is JRE. JDK, JVM, JRE. Remember these three. Okay. First one, JDK. JDK meaning Java Development Kit. What is the meaning of kit, guys? So many places we are going to use this word, right? Kit. Medical kit, tool kit. What does it mean, kit? Bunch of things together at one place. We are going to call it as kit, correct? Let's take an example of medical kit. What are all the different components will be there? Bandage and all other stuff related to first aid, correct? When it comes to car toolkit, all the different components related to whenever your car is breakdown, you are going to use this toolkit and then you are going to repair that, right? Similarly, whenever you want to work with Java programming language within your computer, definitely you need set of tools and softwares, correct? All those tools and softwares together, we are going to call it as JDK. Simple. How exactly if you want to play movie within your computer, you are going to install VLC media player. Whenever you want to work with Java programming language, the first software that you have to install install in your computer is JDK. JDK is a software that we are going to download from the official website of Java, and then we are going to install in our computer. Then only your computer can be able to understand Java programming language. Otherwise, your computer won't be able to read any of your Java files. So what is JDK here? The software that we are going to download and install in our computer. That is what Java Development Kit is all about. Basically, all the software supporting tools to understand each and every Java instruction that we are going to write within our computer. For that, multiple softwares we have to install. That is what Java Development Kit. Whenever you are going to install Java Development Kit, it is going to install JRE and JVM also internally. Everything will be together, will be installed here. What is JRE here? Java Runtime Environment. Let's try to understand this. What is the meaning of Java Runtime Environment in detail? So let me install, I have already installed Java software in my computer. Now I'm going to open Java related software, and then let's try to understand what is this JRE here. Let's say I'm going to create one folder or one project basically within the Java. Just now I told you, whenever you want to write any instructions to your computer, what is the format of file that we have to create within our computer?
Dot Java.
Java, right? That is what I'm creating now. I'm creating new .java file. That is what we are going to call it as Java class file, right? So I'm creating one file. First, Java file I'm creating, okay? I'm creating one of the files. This is how the file is created, basically, with a template. They have already given the template and we are going to use this template. What is the format? Can you see this, guys? What is the format of file it created? First Java file. Everyone? .java, right? Able to see, everyone? First Java file .java.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now let's try to understand what is JRE here. Okay. The work that I want to complete by using my computer now is I want to know what is the sum of 2 plus 2. I want to ask my computer through Java programming language. Let's see how we are going to ask. If I'm going to ask like this, I don't know Java programming language, so I'm writing like this, the instruction. Hey Java, can you tell me what is 2 plus 2? I'm writing like this. Will Java is going to understand this?
No, sir.
Let's see what will happen. Okay. I've written like this and then I'm running the program. Simply there is a play button very similar to VLC media player. I have installed Java software. I have created .java file happily. Whatever the language, whatever the simple English language I know, I have written the same thing here. And then I have clicked on the play button. Okay. What happened? Am I getting any output like 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 like that? No, right? You will see red color messages. What is the meaning of red color message? Error, right? How many errors I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is telling that what is the meaning of A? What is this? Can you tell me what is this? All these words is what Java is asking me. Can you see this? Unresolved compilation problem. Unresolved compilation problem meaning I am unable to understand whatever the sentence that you have written. That too, each and every word it is telling. I'm unable to understand. Hey, I'm unable to understand. Can Java, you tell me all these things I'm unable to understand. Now, instead of writing this instruction like this, now I'm going to write like this. System.out.println and then 2 plus 2 is what I have written. Again, I'm clicking on this play button. Let's see what is going to happen. Now I'm getting the output or not. Guys, what you observed from these two different scenarios, guys? What you guys observed between, first scenario and second scenario? Anyone can tell me?
Yeah, in first scenario, Java was not able to compile, but in second scenario, Java is able to compile and it then shows the result.
Right? Why first time, it is unable to understand? Because Java don't know about this. Second time, it is giving proper output. That meaning Java know about what is the meaning of system, what is the meaning of out, what is the meaning of println, and all those things. How Java knows about system out println? If I'm going to write system out println, then it should be able to calculate this and then it should print the output value here. Who told this to Java programming language? Who told this, guys? Someone who created Java programming language, correct? Do you know why second time it is working fine? Because the person who created Java programming language, they have already written what is the meaning of system. So whenever someone is going to write system, what needs to be done? They have already written somewhere. Who written this? Who created Java programming language? Those guys, they have clearly mentioned about the meaning of system in terms of Java programming language. What is the meaning of out? They mentioned already in 1994 itself. What is the meaning of println? If someone is going to write println, you have to print that particular word and then you have to go to next line and you have to stop the compilation process is what they have clearly written. That's the reason Java is able to understand that. But when it comes to first scenario, no one written what is the meaning of hey in terms of Java. No one written the meaning of Java. Can you tell me all these words? That's why Java is unable to understand this. It's very similar to any language, guys. In English, there are so many words. In Telugu, there are so many words. Each and every word is having some meaning. Other than those words, if you are going to use any new word, no one will not be able to understand. Right? Exactly same thing will happen when it comes to Java programming language also. Already, whatever the instruction that I have written here, the meaning of each and every word written by someone. That's why Java is able to understand this, able to process this. Now the whole question is, how do we know, like, what are all the different things Java can understand? What are all the different keywords can be understood by Java programming language? Very simple. If you can see here, whenever you are going to create Java project, you will see JRE system library here. So many small jar symbols you can see here. If you just open this, so many packages, meaning so many folders in terms of Java. Inside this, so many Java files. Inside this, so many programs already written by Java people. So whenever you are going to write any Java program, each and every keyword that you are going to use should be there within these files. Already, what are all the Java class files created by Java people? Only those keywords you have to use whenever you are going to write the program. Then only Java is going to understand. You and me can understand so many things, but when it comes to Java programming language, it won't understand everything. Okay. What are all the instructions already Java people written in these files? Only those things Java can understand. All these programs and files together, we are going to call it as JRE, Java Runtime Environment, meaning all the supporting files that we are going to get from Java programming language to understand and to process each and every request that we are going to write, called as JRE, Java Runtime Environment. If there are no default programs available, then Java won't recognize all these things. If there is no meaning of system in this file, then system won't be able to understand by your Java programming language. Simple. That is what the whole concept of JRE, guys. And the last one, JVM. This is something interesting. JVM meaning Java Virtual Machine. What is JVM? Generally, whenever in our childhood, when we know about computer, our teachers are going to tell us like this, computer invented by, who invented computer, guys? Anyone remember? Charles Babbage, right? Correct or not?
Yes.
Okay, that is not very important. Along with that, they are going to tell us one thing, what language computer is going to understand. What language computer is going to understand generally?
Byte.
Language.
Binary language, correct?
Then
What is the meaning of binary language?
zeros and ones.
Zeros and ones, right? Anytime if you want to communicate with your computer, you have to use binary language is what we have to, we already learned in our childhood itself when we know about computer. Just now, whenever I want to know the sum of 2 plus 2, what exactly I have written? Did I have written anything like zeros and ones? Guys, did I written 0 and 1 in my
No,
program?
sir.
No, right? Instead, I have written like this. System dot out dot print ln 2 plus 2 is what I have written. Nowhere I have mentioned zeros and ones, but still I'm able to get the output. That too, happily I got the output as 4. How come it is possible?
Interpreter.
From childhood onwards, we know that computer is going to understand binary language. But how come now computer is able to understand these things, English words happily, system, out, print, all these English words and different numbers, the special characters, all those things. In our childhood, even I know only Telugu language. Now I know so many languages. Just like that, your computer also started learning these English languages apart from binary. Actually, no. Even today, computer is going to understand only one language. That is binary language. But how come it is possible here? Someone telling that interpreter. I'll explain what is that whole concept here. Whenever I'm watching Korean movie, is it really mandatory to learn Korean language to watch Korean movie, guys?
Please subtitles we can understand.
Happily, we can download English subtitles and we can watch Korean movie. What do you say, guys? Forget about this example. Our PM used to visit so many countries every year, right? Different languages, people he is used to interact with. Is it really mandatory to know about each and to learn each and every language whenever he is going to visit different country? It's not required. Instead, he can maintain one translator, correct? What do you say, guys? Similarly, when it comes to programming world, computer is going to understand only binary language. But if you are going to use different programming languages like Java, Python, .NET, C Sharp, C, .NET, all these things, each and every time your computer or your programming language, no need to learn about each and every languages. Your computer is not going to learn Java. At the same time, Java is not going to learn binary, basically. Instead, what we are going to do here, we are going to maintain one translator between these two. Now Java is going to maintain one translator. That is what we are going to call it as JVM. Java Virtual Machine. Virtual meaning that is not visible, but that is going to complete lot of work. That is what we are going to call it as virtual machine here. Okay. What is the overall concept of JVM here? Whatever the instructions that we are going to write in the high level programming language. High level programming language meaning it is very easy to read. It is very easy to understand. I have already written print. Print meaning something related to printing is what we can easily understand. Same thing if I want to write it in binary language, you have to write like this. If I want to write sysout 2 plus 2, I have to write like this. Are you able to understand anything if I'm going to write like this? Guys?
No.
No, not at all. Even if I'm going to give you 20 days, it is very difficult to understand this pattern, right? For one single line itself, we are going to spend a lot of time to understand. It is very difficult to complete the whole process. That's the reason we are not at all going to learn about all these things. Instead, happily, we are going to write in high level programming language that we can easily understand. Later point of time, we are going to use one translator. What this translator is going to do, each and every instruction that we are going to write in high level programming language will be converted into what language? Binary language. And then this binary language instructions will be provided to our computer basically. So it is going to communicate with the binary language only by using this translator. So that your computer is going to complete all the work, and then again it is going to give us the output. Output also we are going to get in the same pattern like this. Whenever I want to get 4, it is going to give the 4 like this, zeros and ones. Again, what JVM is going to do? These zeros and ones will be converted into happily the language that we can easily understand. That will be converted into the number 4. And now we are going to use this particular output for our regular validations. This is how JVM is going to help us in terms of processing our request. Generally, in our college days, we used to have this C language, right? Is one of the subject. How many guys having this subject? I mean, in your college days, C language? No one?
Yes.
No. Generally, we used to see this compilation issue. Very famous, right? At that time, even I don't know what is the meaning of compilation issue. One we used to ask our lab technician, sir, only 2 compilation issues, so please give me pass mark, please give me at least 10 marks like this. Compilation issue is nothing but basically unable to translate properly is what the meaning. Simple. Whenever you are going to write system.out.println, JVM is going to understand this because JVM already going to know about all the instructions written by Java people. It is going to verify whenever there is a word system, immediately JVM is going to check what is the meaning of system in the dictionary. Dictionary meaning that JRE basically. Oh, what is the meaning of system? So according to that, it is going to process. What is the meaning of out? It is going to check JRE and it is going to process. What is the meaning of println? It is going to check JRE library and it is going to process. Instead, if I'm going to write, hey Java, again, same thing is going to happen. JVM is going to check the meaning of hey within the JRE, but unfortunately, there is no meaning available within the JRE dictionary. So immediately what will happen? Compilation issue will come. Compilation issue meaning immediately JVM is going to tell you like this. Unresolved compilation issue. Meaning I am unable to understand. The meaning of hey. So I am unable to proceed with this program execution is what your Java is going to tell you, and that is what the error you can see within our program. If you properly observe here, if I'm going to execute this, exactly that is what you can see. Can you see this, guys?
Yes.
Understood, right, everyone? How Java is going to work internally? Everyone understood or not?
Yes, sir.
You can write any instruction of your choice, but each and every instruction that you are going to write should contain the keywords and methods provided by Java people or some other additional libraries that you are going to add here, including Selenium. First, you have to add all those default programs, then only you can use those programs. Otherwise, whatever you know, whatever the language you know, the Telugu, Hindi, English, if you are going to write in this file, immediately Java is going to check in this library. If there is no meaning, immediately it is going to fail. Got it? Now, whole thing that we are going to understand during this Java sessions is what are all the different keywords are valid, what are all the different keywords are not valid, especially to complete the automation process, what are all the different keywords we have to remember, and how to use all those words to prepare the code, and then how to execute them and get the proper output like this is what we are going to learn. That simple it is Java programming language, nothing else. Okay, every day we are going to create this .java file, and we are going to learn set of keywords, and by using those keywords we are going to prepare the programs like this. That simple it is. Either automation or either development or whatever you are going to do with Java is up to you, but this is what we are going to do on daily basis. Got it? So that's all about introduction to, I mean, small introduction to Java. I mean, there are so many things to discuss. Okay, but time is already up. Sorry, I took little more time because this is the last session. So that's all for today, guys. If you have any questions, so please go ahead. I'm happy to help you. Hope everyone able to follow the session, able to understand, right? What is what?
Yes.
Good. Any questions, anyone? From tomorrow, like, you can join, by using the new Zoom link that we are going to share. Okay. By today, I mean, by tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, you will receive that new Zoom link and the Google Classroom invitations also. Whoever not accepted the invitation, so please do accept that. And as I told you, please download all the softwares that I have told you, right? So that, immediately once we are going to start the regular sessions, we'll try to work on those softwares and other stuff. If you have any doubts or something, so please reach out to whatever the phone number that we have provided so that they will help you. So whenever you want to download the software from this, uh, just you have to open in, new tab first. Okay. You have to right click and open in new tab so that you will get the download option on top, right? So you can download each and everything. Even notes also. Let's say every day, whatever the topic that we are going to discuss, if you want to download the notes, you have to open in new tab like this, and then you will get the download option here, so you can download. Got it? And whenever you want to watch videos, you don't need to do anything. Simply there will be a link and you can just click on this link so that whatever the session that we are going to complete on daily basis, you can play at any time. Okay. That's all, guys. If you haven't received the access still, so please do request access, through that phone number so that they will provide you the access. Other than this, if you have any questions, so please go ahead. No questions?
No questions.
Good to leave? Okay then.
Yes.
Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Let's
Yes.
start our
Thank you. Bye,
journey.
sir.
Yeah. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you.